battle took a long time, huh?
Yeah.
The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored.
We did it, Executive Manager. Bloody hell! Finally! The students all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. There was a cage on here, but it's gone now. There was a hole here, but it's gone now. Despite the fact we haven't moved at all from our initial positions, there wasn't even a trace of it having been here. Realized we've been relocated to the top of a roof, as though we were just all waking from a dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed. That was one hell of a battle, man. That was done for. This is killing me. I know we could have survived if that hair-obsessed loon wasn't there to drop something away. Guess we got something to thank him for. So that's all they got, a head-on battle.
Pardon. Art thou acquainted with these foes, young Ryoshu?
OFC. I've heard of them. Of course. Of fucking. I don't know.
Their scent of blood was. It was faint, but it cannot be, no.
She's just finding out they're human.
Twould be best to not linger over long on this thought.
Why not? Dig deeper. An ethereal inspiration slip through your fingers as a death of creativity.
I said I won't linger on it. Don't rough me.
Whatever. How uninspiring. Guys, now's not the time to bicker.
Now, children.
Ryoshi and Don Quixote's words were indeed unnerving, but we have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. Jihua.
How is he still? I guess his assassin was just like blocking anything coming at him. I'll be frank, that was impressive.
And he probably had like a secret hatch or something to a residence or something.
Yeah. I thought for sure you'd have been long swept away by now.
Yuha must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while we're fending off the wave of sweepers. The Mal Branch and Zila were both approaching us at an intimidating gait that contrasted with their earlier passivity. Damn it. Manager, we had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. Hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise to avoid this battle at all costs. That don't seem like an option to me. I look around. Most of the citizens are dead, trampled, and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They're barely holding on at best. I could bring them back, I always do. But when they're completely surrounded us, I know I could bring them back in time to protect me. They just might cut the citizens down as soon as they get back up. Bong camping.
Yeah. Well, this was well within my predictions. I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away.
Shut up with the puns!
It's like, yes, we get it, there are the sweepers. Now a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone, is coming here. You know why? Because who in their right mind would leave their homes when the night in the back streets is still ongoing?
Right, it's also like the Purge. You can also commit any crimes you want, and no one's allowed to punish you for it. It's like that hour never existed.
What happens at night stays in the night, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like even that annoying idiot from the middle's been taken care of too. Somehow.
How much of this was your plan?
How much, you ask? The whole thing, of course. All the way back to that construction site that blocked your path. Of course, he's got to do his little villain monologue. The one who deceived that unscrupulous fool of your company, it was me. The one who put the pitiful Xing Tao, who doesn't even have a family name, with you. It was me. The one who contracted the Triax office to challenge you for a duel. It was me.
Yeah, that's why they felt like they had to breach their contract to jump them. Yeah.
And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, it was me.
Yeah, like we were getting ambushed all the time. So only the middle was the one he wasn't expecting. Yeah.
And this trashy lodging without a residential permit? Aha! All devised by none other than yours truly, using Q-Corp's technology.
I see.
Oh, it's so good. I was so good. It was so good, wasn't it? What a perfect strategy. I guess. What did you think? Aren't I great? Aren't I so utterly clever? Do you just really want to be praised? Do you have a praise kink? What is up with you?
Is he gonna just waste his 10 minutes just on this monologue?
This is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hierarch.
Let me whisper this. Avoli.
Okay.
An
Oh,
unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity, nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking on a narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifted buildings. In his hat was the decapitated head illuminated by the pale light. Blood dribbles from his severed neck, and wide open eyes remain frozen in his final moments. Filled with utter terror. Xin Tao? He walks toward us, and stepped with the drip of the blood.
oh. It can't be. Ju?
Huh. This should be a character I recognize, but like I said, a lot. He's definitely part of the family.
Mm-hmm. I knew Yihua was looking for someone. It was him.
What? Oh no, that's your. Sorry.
It took me took me a second. Had to take a sip of water. Why do you have Qingtao's head?
Let me look up Jiachi real quick. I wanna.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Jiachu and Honkai Star Rail.
Huh. I don't know anything about Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah.
Besides, it looks annoying, and I don't want to play.
Yeah, me neither. But. Huh. Whatever. Oh wait, the story of the stone books I have a glossary at the back of the family tree. I can just look it up. Actually, let me do that now since I had to return today. Sorry, one moment. I know it's
Your sources.
fun.
Alright. That's fun.
Yeah, let me look at the back of the book here. See who Jia Chu is. Possibly Shi Yihuan. All right. Jia Lin, Jia Chua, Jia Qin, Jia Chu. Oh, there's no Jia Chu here. Let me look up and see if we have a Shi Yihuan. The Shi Ding, Shi Xuanyun. Alright, either they're not in this book, or these are just made up. But the fact that that name appears in more than one game might be something else.
Yeah, some sort of historical figure.
Let me try it. I brought the wayward pet to his master, that may once again be leashed. Oh, is that Shifong? Let me see, this is... Shifong is...
Serpent, my lord.
Shifong is a character I'm very much expecting. She's a major character.
Oh, okay.
Leave it. We needn't shoo it away.
What? You were loaned the Heisho pack so that you may simply get in their way. No more.
This lady sure has Shifong vibe. She's not to be messed with. Water or?
I see. Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh, it was lagging on my side for a minute. I see. Was there a sudden change of heart once you held the leash in your hands? That to return to the Shi family's side would be to your benefit? No, you knew everything all along. What, I must ask, is everything to you? Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fails to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of the fool. But if by everything you refer to how you feigned abandonment from the Shi family to secure my lord's trust.
Oh, he pretended to betray the Shi family for the Jaws, and then there's like, ha! Double Betrayal? I don't know.
Oh wow. Indeed, it could be said that we do know everything. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
That's a good read.
I will share with you my most guarded secrets and the Shishi family. Right, the 10 Blades of the East. Yes, the thumb.
Oh, the thumb. Ooh. You also don't. Now we're talking about the thumb. Ugh. But Shihua could speak no more. For a serpentine blade struck from the Umbra, separated his head from his torso with ease.
Well, fuck.
Ilya, have I not warned you time and time again? Guard your tongue against the creeping desperation.
That's so poetic. I believe that we have gathered the intelligence we had hoped to collect, my lord.
You needn't pursue the serpent, Ilu. So, Zila was on loan from them. His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall, built man took a ponderous step from the shadows and stood before us. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Iha's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds, blades of grass. This is like evil Honlu.
Yeah.
I shall take them with me. He picked up Iha's decapitated head before gesturing his officer with his nod.
Here it is, my lord. Wrap their heads with stasis wraps, and decomposition won't set in anytime soon.
Interesting.
Keeping them for some reason.
Are they preserving the brain for some sort of perversion of life insurance?
Maybe.
With those bandages, he begins to wrap them up in practice motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though weren't even worth the attention. Return to me. I gotta give him boom voice. Return to me once you are finished here. I'm not good at that, but still.
Yeah, sort of. Yes, my lord. Hold on. You can't just show up out of nowhere and...
I will slap you, child. He did not reply, his eyes gazing or reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. Just as he emerged from darkness, he vanished to the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. The life insurance thing and preservation of the brain has gotta play a big role, not into the story, but has to explain why Honlu the way he is.
Probably.
Yeah, one last chapter. Oh, we get the best screen.
Yay.
We're blasted off again. That was just so satisfying. Right.
Just the buildings can move around like in Evangelion. Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah, although Evangelion did move up and down. Here, they just...
Yeah, I guess they can go sideways too.
Yeah, this one went diagonal and hit Ricardo in the chest, and he survived.
He has such thick muscles that it couldn't possibly reach his ribcage.
Yeah.
And he's pumping iron every day at the gym, so he's got amazing cardio, so he'll be fine.
Yep. I'm just glad his shade stayed on. It would be a shame to lose them. Take it a bit to load. Come on, we're at the last part. It's probably gonna be read only.
Well, he went through a whole bunch of battles in a row, so...
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll throw anything at you last second, but...
Alliance. There we go. Yes, read only. Last one. Sancho, please. This is serious. Things weren't looking any better. I can distinctly tell that they were different from anyone and everything facing Honyuan so far.
I don't suppose our lord left them alive only for us to slay them. Then perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself, as it is common courtesy to do so. Call me Zhigong. I am but a humble student of my lord, Master Q's teachings.
Oh,
Q's
come on.
teachings.
Okay, Jigon, but then how are there so many
You were
names that don't?
teaching someone else, right?
Yeah, Shifeng. Oh well.
Feng. Maybe it's just slightly different from the name, or I don't know.
Okay. My lord, Master Chu. Somehow I was reminded of the discussion Shi Tao refused to finish. When the far one comes, who took the bird door shall a far star fall astray. Song that becomes very popular in backstreets in recent months. It's not the place to discuss such matters. I'll share a tale more appropriate setting later when should we come across it. Name's Dante. I'm their manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I distinctly knew that we had to find out as much as I could about the man from earlier.
They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see your candidness is appreciated. Zilu, withdraw the Mao. It seems that we need not contend with them at the moment. Very well.
It seemed that they had the very same thought about us.
Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in a brief discourse?
I wonder if she's one of the servants, and that's why I'm not recognizing her name. But still, yeah.
To discuss some matters with you to mark a courtly ending to this encounter should be of the benefit to us for the prospects of our future. So ask away, as they say. So,
That's when Jia Shichun stepped forward after having retrieved from the dominating presence.
so that's what those suspicious songs I heard in the backstreets were about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So are those lyrics true? So that is what you wish to know. Zichun of the Jia family, it is said that you possess talent in rhetoric, yet walk a path beclouded by concern and anxiety. Truly, your insignificance precludes your part in greatness. Damn, bitch.
At least, I was thinking the same thing. But then again, she's saying that hey, you will be great, but right now you're kind of being, I don't know, small.
Wait, don't speak for me. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong.
Yes, my lady.
Yuha, you're the one who sent him after us, right? Close, yet not exact. He was an agent of the Shi family, sent to spy on my lord's doings. We had bestowed him control of the Heisho pack, for we had found his conduct shallow, and saw a means of learning more of the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seemed that once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man with the wherewithal to represent the Shi family.
A fox being ruling at the permission of the tiger.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you used him. Just as he sought to use us. Though he was quite shallow in his strategy compared to our own.
This lady's also like Honlu, but much creepier. Makes you wonder what's going on beneath his
advisor sport.
You really have to wonder what's going on beneath the surface. Oh.
So what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right? No, nothing. Do whatever it was that you had sought to accomplish here. You're letting 2 of your master's rivals go, just like that? What a strange thing to say. Look around as I might, I fail to see any rivals here.
Oh, damn. Then... Why'd you order Yuha to attack us? You said it yourself. We're not even your rivals.
The manager inquires why you commanded Yihua to carry out this assault against Limpus Company. They fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet they remain wanting in a certain perspicacity. My lord has always said that if one learns not from a plight, that no discourse with them shall bear fruit.
I mean, so if you had to ask, you'll never know.
Yeah. It's like, you should have pieced it together yourself by now, peons.
They'll give me a straight answer. Ji Gon left me with only puzzling comment before she brushed past us.
have given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders, as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting.
Oh, what a snob. That Jigon walked through the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless hay show that surrounded us also disappeared with them. Finally. Looked around to see Otis collapse, while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. And there was Jia Shi-chun, who had collapsed before as well, and Wei, who was tended to her wounds. And me, who somehow survived all that without getting decapitated. And a night that put us in multiple brushes with death came to an end. The day breaks.
Yeah, and that's pretty much everything that's happened.
That big bird Shui. I see. Shu. 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 Shu.
Phew.
Yeah, Shu. Big brother Shu. So he's one of his siblings.
Big brother Chewie.
Once the day broke, we decided to take a walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the night. It was also to decide our course of action from here on, and to decide if we wanted to travel with Jia Shi-chun, with whom we shared our destination.
Hello? Did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? How are you maintaining that irritating poker face through the whole conversation?
Of course not.
Classic Jia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something, and I bet you are too. If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have time to casually stroll about with my to-be enemy.
Shi-chun, as I always said, the feat of the family hierarchy is of no...
Fine, even if you're lying, I do know that you haven't prepared anything for your assignment anyway. Changing the subject?
Jia Shi-chun, who was traveling Honlu, thoughtfully slowed down enough to walk next to me as she was executing steps of a plan.
You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I wanted to talk to you about earlier.
I guess I do. Now, I guess. Earlier? Oh, this is about our conversation back in the Keijon? Of course. Dante is unquestionably our manager.
Please. Great. Let me make a proposal then. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarchy evaluations. Help me out.
What? It's Can we do that? Can we do that?
Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers. That means you command a formidable force. Besides, you're headed to the family mansion anyway, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there.
Alright, she's friendly enough that she could be our guide, but not backstab. Or if she backstabs us, she'll let us know.
Yeah, she's willing to make like a beneficial alliance when she has the opportunity to.
Yeah.
And as for my competition, well, my brother doesn't care about the whole thing anyway. So, why don't you join me? Help me become the family hierarch. I'm not like our older siblings. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge. If you can't trust me, I'm happy to make a written...
Can we do that, Faust?
Still like, can we even do this?
Making sure it doesn't interfere with Limbus Company.
Pulling up Faust Wiki. Faust deems Jia Shichun's plan, or explanation of it at least, rather flawless. Having such an ally at the apex of a wing will be a great boon to Limbus Company as well.
I guess so. And I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Onlu, who's been listening to our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clear explanation related to Jia Shi-chun.
Perfect. It is said that formation of such alliances should come with a great banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalition. The banquet's on me. Once we get closer to the central zone, let's find a nice Keijon to discuss our future ventures together. You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work.
Let's. I was still bewildered by the turn of events, but Josh Chung reached out for a handshake with such earnestness that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company, huh? Well, if that's the case, I really hope we can have at least one ally who doesn't meet a terrible end. After the banquet, walked out of the Keijon to find the Mephistopheles waiting for us in the middle of the road. Oh man, never thought about it, but now it's just standing like now that it's just like now that it's just standing like this in the middle of the street, really stands out, doesn't it?
Is this your usual ride? I'm glad to see that you're all safe.
Stout and Pilot walked out from inside the bus. So did you guys take care of the business? I have some more pressing questions to talk about. Listen well. Do you have any idea how much trouble your subordinates in a little connection?
Yes, Miss Faust already gave me a report.
Pilot's in deep shit.
Pilot?
Oh boy. Yes, ma'am? By the way, he's awkwardly stepping forward. He probably got a hell of a talking to from Soud. Real mighty sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been part of the eradication missions. Never this espionage business, so...
Pilot, what did I say about mixing excuses into an apology?
Forget what I said. Real mighty sorry, for real. This Shintal guy approached me and sweet-talked me into going along with that plan of his. They got too cocky, assumed I knew better than my seniors.
I'm sorry, too. I forgot that he's still a new guy in the business. Of course he'd be prone to making these mistakes. Looks like we'll both be writing letters to explain our failure together, huh?
You're both getting disciplined for this?
The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything of significance. The LCB team came out unscathed, all things considered. However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without pay.
Damn.
That's pretty brutal. I'd consider it a win if all we're getting is docked pay.
Next time, I promise. I do promise. Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna go to someone who can actually provide good assistance.
I think you should quit. Of course, Pilot, you really should. In fact, you will have no choice but to become a contributing member of the team when I'm done with you. Let's really get to it, huh? No one's dying or getting fired under my watch as long as I'm their manager. I'll make sure of that.
Yeah, they're remembering Effie. Yeah.
Oh, right. Almost forgot to tell you, so it's real important business stuff. Going forward, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, I was gonna bring that up sooner or later. We just got the orders from the LCA.
Val produced a small device from her pockets and began reading from it.
Upon arrival at the central zone of H Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarchy evaluation with a candidate. We were going to anyway. Now, this bus team's faction is going to be my... The LCB will present the following sinner as their chosen candidate.
Aww.
Sinner number 6, Huang Lu.
What?
What? You can't do that. What the hell?
Just pay for a feast and everything.
You... All of you. I'm gonna make you throw up everything you just ate, you assholes. They didn't decide it. Their higher-ups did.
So they're making Honlu take the... That's weird. Why are they making Honlu take the test? He even said he didn't want anything.
Like, he doesn't want it, but they can probably use his status for something or something like that.
Yeah. Poor Shi-chun.
Oh.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking it would be cool to work with her.
Yeah, she seems pretty cool.
Yeah. But, yep. Got almost all the stuff I'm going to get to. Just gotta finish this in 15 turns, but that's for another time. Want to finish off with me, oh, look, there's Ricardo, just like, poof. There's one thing, if you're interested, so one of the IDs I can get is Otis as a Heishao. And when I put up her story, it does some lore. So I want to just end this with doing some lore?
Sure.
Alright. Alright. Oh no. Oh, the game hurt. Right. Come on. Oh, come on.
토끼에게 붙을 이름은 없다.
Just sipping my water.
난 그저 아무것도 아닌 그림자 속 짐승일 뿐.
How nice of the animation to not play. There we go. Let's go ahead and get her going. All right. There we go. On first level up with the level 50. Oh, I'm about to jump up her level to level 50 automatically. Let me read the description of that ticket. Hold on. Oh, I have to. Hold on. Hold on.
Do whatever you gotta do.
It's just funny to read some of these descriptions. A limited disengaged ticket that allows an identity to hold XX experience. Verbally incommunicable amount of knowledge and information delusions into my brain such merciless brutality that suggestion that one should acclimatize oneself to it is, despite having prior engagement with such a method, a rather ludicrous idea. I don't know who's reading. Got a few ideas, but yeah. The side effects of this procedure include vomiting, nausea, and rupture of blood vessels within the ocular region, causing redness in the vision. However, it can be said with certainty that we have become much stronger as a result. So basically, the level ups are one hell of a drug.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ, another scam. Go away, scam callers.
Be
Never-
gone, thought.
Never pick a ringtone you like. You'll get tired of it soon. Right? Right? Level 50.
I don't know what is up with like modern smartphones, but even back when I had like, I held on to my flip phone for a long time until I basically couldn't get one anymore.
처리되었습니다.
And also because I wanted to play Pokego.
알려주시겠습니까?
But oh cool. I used to be able to save, like, it was more easy for me to save specific ringtones to specific contacts, so I knew who was calling, or if it was like an unmarked number or something.
Yeah,
That was
no.
great.
Yeah, I used to do that too. So I gotta check something really quick.
Okay. Mhm. Ah.
Alright. One night in Honyong, brightly lit under its artificial light, the child's yellow eyes glimmer menacingly in the shadows, stares down at the thief. Done running? It was embarrassing to watch. I knew the Malbars were supposed to be fast, but this is... And yeah, they are supposed to be like rabbit-like with those tassels.
Huh.
Did you really think you'd outrun a hare? Foolish. The thief had snatched a rather important shipment as it was en route to the child's lord. He received the command to capture the thief a whole 2 hours after he already made off with the shipment, but it took him less than 30 minutes to catch up to him. Back streets of Honyuan seems to be a chaotic jumble of buildings, but to a Heisho like herself, roamed its alleys nightly and fought in every corner of the district, it was easy to anticipate the thief's escape route. See, not worm is still intact.
I'm no worm.
Amina worm. What is that? There's a long, fat, worm-like creature right in the thief's palm. Interesting. It was a truly hideous thing, its surface slick and its body wriggling in unnatural and unpleasant motion. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was its face. Its features are arranged like those of a human face, yet its sallow flesh hangs loose, its hollow eyes stare in distant void. Monstrosity, what the hell is this thing?
A friend.
Maybe we could feed it little worm treats. Yet the thief was holding this hideous thing as if it was the most precious thing in the world. Let's cut off your head down. Here now for stealing a monoworm made from a noble. They're made from people. Hold on. Yeah, this is the lore I was talking about. They give these like little tidbits. So these worms are made from people, and these were made from noble ones. Maybe this is their means of immortality? People from different regions, like the west or south, might wonder what the purpose of this curious monstrosity might be. But a nominal worm wasn't like any other grub. Anyone can gain the memories of the person who was used to make the grub by inserting it into the body. Wait, so it's like a yerk, but you let it in intentionally to get their memories? Wait a minute. Honlu is gonna surrender what he's witnessed. They're gonna make him into a nominal worm. I think that's what's I think that's what's gonna happen. I think.
Interesting.
Even once they've been mutated in its worm-like form, they're counted as people, not tools. Well, there's a small comfort. This particular non-worm, currently held in Thief's paws, was created from someone of high prestige in Huanyuan with a deep knowledge of the secrets of the family. Various familial secrets of the Lord were preserved within it in the form of a memory. Letting a hostile candidate from a rival family attain this unknown worm would be like bound to giving them a significant intelligence advantage. Explain what motivated you to steal the worm. Despite the thief's grave crimes, Child decided to ask what drove him to steal the worm. Not out of pity, of course. She was simply carrying out the will of her lord. Perhaps the thief saw a slimmest chance for his life through a child's cold words. He dropped to his knees and began to share a tearful tale of his own. I need some money, that's all. One of the Earth families approached me first, offered enough riches to live me the rest of my life without concern as long as I brought this to them. Please, I had no choice but to accept the offer. My mother is very sick with her old age. Lie. You take me, a piece of Heisho pack, for a fool. Her sick and old mother died 3 years ago. How do you already know so much about me? Now, the truth. The Lord is giving you a way out of this hole you dug yourself into. Know the path is extremely narrow. Did you lie any further? The thief hesitated for a long time, since he was likely walking on very thin ice. I was tired and scared of waiting for restructuring days to come. I might tumble down a hole I could never come back from. Feelings of within Huan must shift after every set interval. The process is called restructuring. Redistribution of living spaces based on individuals' net worth. Oh.
Huh.
The poor who are fated to live in ever-shrinking homes, feeling unsafe even where they should feel the safest. So the rich get more spacious things and the poor just get boxes. It's unfortunate, yes, but the child that beats the Heisho Pact, it mattered very little. So it was greed after all. That's all there is to it, then. We had nothing more to discuss. Take a single step or I see signs of your heels transforming. Inserting Amino word into my ear. Must have a dish with. Those members are for the fate of heart. Besides. Wait, stop! No, we talked enough. The sword hanging from the child's back began to shimmer with a sinister glow. The glyphs were inscribed on the sword with Q Corp's technology. They activate and bestow power within. And they activate and bestow power when a specific trigger is. Oh, so it sounds like Q Corp has. You know how in coding there's like a on-off switch or like a trigger? I'm guessing it's like a coding rule. Once a specific trigger is meant for an item, it does something. So the building was.
If this, then that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, what's it called in coding? I forget. But yeah, it's like a big part of coding.
Condition?
Condition, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the right word.
For this mission, the condition was the Amino thief refusing her lord's mercy. The child unsheathed her sword, and her feet began to crack and mutate in the hare's reverse jointed leg. And her feet began to crack and mutate. Oh, so she once her conditions are met, she transforms. And that's what Wei was probably worried about. He probably still has conditions in him that can make him a liability, but he has means of controlling that. He prepares to rush towards the thief. At this point, he realizes that his efforts are most likely for nothing. Last effort, he leaped backward and... Damn it! Hurley shoved the amnon worm into his ear. Ugh! You can try to insert the amnon worm in your body. But get it back fully intact as long as I cut you down immediately. You seem to have missed that part. The child who leaped for an explosive burst of speed had killed the thief before he even had a chance to let out his final cry. Wait, oh no! The heads they took back, they're probably going to turn those into amnon worms. Jesus. Normally, if one lingers too much after inserting the amnon body, the grub would assimilate with the host, unable to be removed until conditions prescribed upon its creation are met. But the child managed to retrieve it without much trouble by killing the thief before the assimilation began. A next mission. Night is yet young for a child. There are missions for her on the horizon. Lived in Huanwan is to be mired in a constant vortex of dark conspiracies and battles. The beast of Haitian pack, the child, who had no rest and continued to hop between mission after mission just bestowed upon her by our Lord. That was good. That's a good way to end this. Let me go ahead and stop stream. Or I stop stream.
Interesting little bit of world building.
Yeah. Well, let me do my outro for the stream overall in Twitch. Thank you for coming to Corner of the Apocalypse. This has been Cheska Hans. Really enjoying Nocturnal Sweeping and really looking forward to whatever fuckery the whole news family is going to get up to. But yeah, the next time we meet with Limbus Company is a family hierarchy exam and a very, very angry Shichun. Bye-bye. Alright, let me just go ahead and log out of Streamlabs. And I'm waiting for everything to close at a time. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Come on, end stream. End stream. Do as I say. Streamlabs.
Was it catching up?
No, I hit end stream, but it's not. But it's taking a bit to actually end. Yeah. Streamlabs, end today, or I'll tell you the gross story of the squirrel today. And it's not really that gross. Poor thing expired in our yard. I had to get a trash bag. Ugh. Disposing of.
Oh, poor thing.
I know I'm luckier than that squirrel because I'm alive and all, but disposing of animals and throwing trash, even through like 2 layers of garbage bag, just feels so gross.